Hello and welcome again to River Valley Farm. Today, we got a little project here to do, or at least to get started on anyway. I doubt if we get it all done today. But anyway, I've been looking for a fuel tank to put in the back of my 95 F250 for a long time. Now, of course, I have my own stipulations of what it needs to be and all this other good stuff. So, yes, Wavy. I guess we need to show you what we're doing before we get too carried away here. About dropped you. Anyway, so I bought this little toolbox sight unseen, and as you can see, it doesn't fit the bed very well. So my first thought after I stuck it in here, because I was going to use it anyway no matter whether it fit or not, because it was auctioned by and what have you. So anyway, which left me with this hole here. And what to do with that hole? Well, my first thought was a 50-gallon cube fuel tank might fit there. Well, no, 50-gallon one won't fit there. So I measured what I have for room here, came up with the fact that a 30-gallon fuel tank would fit here with no issue at all. Only problem with that is nobody makes a 30-gallon fuel tank. So I've been looking for something that would fit in this general area and then, you know, work. So basically, I want to know, I've got, ew, my tape measure's messed up. I hate that. And I don't want to bend back either. Oh well, it'll be close enough. So more or less, you know, I had, what did I figure, like 20 inches that I wanted, or like 19 and some inches that I could really work with here. You know, that puts it not quite at the same as that, but pretty close to it. So anyway, and then 19 by, what did I come up with? I wanted to go, yeah, 19 by 20 inches by, or well, not even, 20 would work. 20 would work. 19 by 20 by, so basically a 20 by 20 by 18, yeah, 20 by 20 by 18 tank is what I was looking at. So at work a week or so ago, we had to replace a hydraulic tank on a forklift, and well, since the old tank was kind of useless to them, I said, well, what are you gonna do with it? And their response, as usual, is throw it away. So I saved them the trouble of throwing it away and loaded it up and hauled it home. So basically, I have the beginnings of a fuel tank here. Now, this way it is, that's just it. We're gonna be a little bit narrow yet because we are at 13 inches that way, but it'll be a lot better than no fuel tank at all. And then you know, the 19, we could even go like 20, 22, 24 inches. Well, actually, no, we're not going to go 24 inches. We're going to go 20. So, we got to start from this end, because that's the end it was leaking. So anyway, we're going to make slip tank for the back of my truck out of this thing, which, you know, it's going to require some torching. We're going to have to cut this off here, cut the wherever I decide to go, probably about right there and down. And then I want to cut a flap more or less out of the front of the tank to fold around here to make my end wall right there. And then all I'll have to have is a vent to go in this, or well, we're probably gonna have to make this a bigger hole so we can put a cap there. And then we need a 3-inch to 2-inch bell reducer, and then we can put a pump on that one, and should be good from there, really. If I can find a pump for a suitable amount of money. That may be a thing all in itself. But anyway, all right. Oh, first thing I want to do is, well, I'm gonna clean the crud off of this thing, I guess. Probably be the first thing I should do. This is all a buildup of lime from the place where this thing was working. So anyway, I'm gonna get this cleaned up, get the lime and stuff off of it, and then we'll see what we can lay out and go from there. Okay, so using the dust mask for its actual job, I'm gonna have to ask my wife if she wants to come out here and give me a blow job here in a little bit. Anyway, so we're gonna have to get in here and get some more of this stuff off. We got a big scale, big rust scale right here that we're gonna have to get off, and then the rest of it, as far as being able to cut, it's pretty much done. Other than I'm gonna have to go on down, which I don't want to go too well. I don't know. I'm still working on designing this thing as I go, so just have to see how it goes, I guess. Okay, well, to begin with, those of you who are seething over a over the blowjob comment, well, you know, I meant with compressed air. I don't know where your gutter minds have been at, but I meant with compressed air. So anyway, I got everything cleaned up. Before we go to paint, we're gonna have to do something about this. I don't know how well it'll show up, but you can see that's pretty well rusted right there. It's not rusted through, but it's not far from it. So next up on the list, we're going to start trimming the fat here a little bit. We're going to get rid of this piece. We'll just drag the torch out and cut right around here, just like so. Get this piece off of here, and then we can lay out the rest of the tank. I think I was going to do 20 inches, but anyway, like I said, we'll lay it out here in a minute. And then the front side, I'm gonna have to think about this pretty hard, because this is JB Weld. Okay, now the tank was leaking up here somewhere, so this might be okay, but you know, we tried some stuff to get this thing to hold oil, and well, It didn't really work because this is a pressurized system on this thing, pressurized tank on this machine, so what little bit this steel tank flexes was enough to unseat to make this not work. Okay, if you're in a bind and you got a hydraulic reservoir that needs a patch job, you can get it emptied and get it dry. That works, as long as it's not a pressurized tank. This one, the tank was supposed to hold like 4 psi is what this was, so that would give it, you know, operating on this thickness of metal would allow that to flex just a little bit. And lo and behold, the JB Weld didn't flex very well, so we ended up having to replace the tank. But anyway, it'll serve my purposes just fine. So I drag out the torch and get this done. Used a little needle scaler to get the rust off and get the lime and build up of whatever else out of the corners. So anyway, like I said, I'm gonna get the torch out and start cutting a little bit, see what, see how it lines out then. All right, so I got our excess trimmed off. Everything there looks pretty good. No point in getting too much of a hurry with this thing because, well, I don't have anything to weld with, so we're just going to lay out more or less, grab a tape measure, double check what I need to do outside. That is, if I can find my tape measure. I know I had one, but I don't know what I did with it. There it is over on the ground. Okay, so what did we say we had here? We wanted to go 20 inches would be about perfect from right here. So if we just made that 20 inches from right there and laid that out a mark, and then just went around the tank more or less from there on 3 sides, and then I still got the issue, if I can turn the camera around, still got the issue of being able to decide or figuring out oh yeah, what I'm going to do for this other end plate. Like I said, I hope to just take this and bend it around so we can make that work, but I don't know how good that's going to work because of the JB Weld that's on here. I guess that's going to need more grinding, which we'll probably wait for another video. But anyway, let me lay this thing out so at least maybe I can show you with a line what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got our line all the way around, more or less, or well, completely all the way around, not more or less, it's all the way around. So next up, I got to try and figure out which side of this I want to use to bend to make the end wall of the tank, because like I said, over here we have JB Weld and we need to go so we need like 13 5/8 inches. So we got this side. We might just do this side, because I really don't care if it's got plugs in the side of it or in the end. It doesn't matter to me, but that would put us about right in here. That would be 15 inches actually if we were to cut this off and fold it around rather than trying to use that side that has all the JB Weld on it. That would probably work. I think that's what I'll do. But anyway, that will require more grinding, more marking, more what have you. So I think I'm going to call that good for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back another day with this, but I'm not going to swear to when. If it's not going to be raining tomorrow, we're going to go get started on spraying some stuff, looking around to see what else we got to do. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back.